Tim, what do you know now that you wish you'd known when you started? There's a lot in terms of our growth that I wish I'd known. What do you know now that you wish you'd known?
I guess I just wish I had known I've gotten much better at managing my own issues. Like, I wish I'd taken my own issues dead seriously from the beginning and been like, the first year or two, there was such excitement and such pressure to be consistent that like that was an external deadline. But when there's less of that, like I just described, I would go and hit a snag and it's like 3 weeks. Now I feel like I've gotten way better at managing my own situation. So like if I have to do a certain amount per day, or else I have to pay my friends a whole lot of money, and they can see the Google Docs, so like it's no way to hide. The snag just doesn't last that long. You just push through it, you force through it. So I've learned a lot of mechanisms like that that are helping me be like a lot more productive and a lot less miserable during this process. Cause like
What other mechanisms work for you? I love the pay. I do one where it's like, if I have a protein bar, which I became addicted to, I will give $10,000 to a cause which I really dislike.
Yeah, of course. So there's two things baked into the 800 words a day thing I have going right now for this book. One is that it is that yes, there's external pressure, so you have to do it, and you can't hide. Like you have to do it, and that feels like a school deadline. It doesn't feel good in those moments, but it's specifically that negative feeling, and it's negative because you can't escape. You have to do it, so it's just like misery because I have to do this, and then you do it, and then you feel so much better that you did it, as opposed to that. Not as miserable, but you're in a light simmering misery that lasts for weeks because there's this dread of this thing you have to do, versus it gets much higher because you have to do it now, but then you do it. So there's that aspect, like the external pressure, but the fact that I'm saying 800 words a day, not like 1,500 words, which I think old me would have said 1,500 words a day, because I've done 1,500 words a lot of times on a day, but that's a good day, and you can't expect a good day. So it's like, what's like a 4 out of 10 day? Just to make sure you have at least a 4 out of 10 day every day. And that compiles, compiles to
4 out of 10 day. Do you know, like, I'm always terrified of mediocrity. It's probably my biggest thing in life.
Well, when I say 4 out of 10, I don't mean like the writing is a 4 out of 10 or, my happiness is a 4 out of 10. I'm saying that I just get a good hour and a half of writing in, which, if I look at all the days I've written in the past, there are a lot of days better than that when I've really gotten into a 3 or 4 hour flow and written 2,000 or 3,000 words. That's an 8 or 9 out of 10 day as far as pure productivity, but there's a ton of zeros in there, miserable zeros, tons and tons of zeros. And so it's like, instead of having a bunch of zeros and then some huge days, let's try something different. And let's try to have at least a mediocre productivity day every day, because that compiles in 8 months you finished a book.